Okay, so now we are going to start dividing this guy. So Control D. Did that work or not? I don't know why it didn't work. Divide. Okay. And let's see, Shift F and Shift F. This is running. Very strange. Okay. All right. So we are going to probably start using a little bit more of this move brush. Get things going. Don't understand. Okay. The computer's doing weird things, like bar staying up. So forgive me for me talking out of context here. Probably you guys are like, what is he saying? Anyway. I'm gonna go and lower on the buttocks. A little bit more. Let's see. I don't like how these legs are turning out. It's gotta have a little more in the back. The tibialis anterior needs to be pushed a little forward. A little bit more in the calves. This guy's a little too thin. Okay, let's see. That's about right. Truncanter is doing well. Let's see where we're at with. It's still a little too low. Let's bring him up. Stomach. Bring his chest a little out. Some more. Yeah, that arm shouldn't be bowed like that. A little more up here. And I think that we need to. And we're going to take away from this, move this guy a little bit, and with the transpose line, move him up a little bit, and I move this from here, moving the yellow ring on top, and now we're going to hit R, and there you go, just a little more. You see how that bit looks. Yep, that's much better. Now it looks a little tipped backwards. Maybe we need to tilt the head a little forward. Select it. And again, we are going to use our transpose line. I'm going to bring this one up here. Move a little bit back and the head forward. Let's see how this goes. That's a little better. I want to bring these legs a bit backward. And with our transpose line, I'm going to bring it this way, and let me see. That's much better. Much, much better. Let me see. In line with that. Yep. Tad more. Okay. And we are going to, oops. No. With the control, okay, and now again with the transpose line, we're going to move the foot with rotate, so it's straight, and we are going to bring it down so it meets the floor. Okay, I think that's a better stance. We'll continue to work on it anyway, so, but that's looking good so far. I'll bring this in and solo. I want these arms isolated. Okay, I'm going to grow them up a little bit. Grow, 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 grow. Want this out. Shrink one. Okay, that's what I wanted. And we're going to pull the bicep a little bit more towards the front. Form the triceps. The tendon of the tricep goes in. This goes out. This goes. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what we're doing with the torso here. We need to pull out those flanks and the chest area where the rib cage is. And the lats. Let's get the quadriceps down. Actually, let's give him some really good hams right here. Not so skinny. And give him a little bit of bump right here on the knee. See, what else can we do here? Still not liking this. This should have a much better transition. And this should go in a little bit. Start forming the ankle bone where the meets the ulna, the fibula, I'm sorry. This is the Achilles tendon. Need to push it in, not up. And that one's here. Low and the high one over here, so let's make a little dent right over here. Too much. I want to check something. Is this in line with that? I want him to have like some huge legs, not enough torso. That's good. A little bit more traps. A bit more flat face. I'm going to pull this chin a little more. Let me see, where are we at with this? Right up here, the nuchal ligament. And as you guys can tell, I have not gotten out of very, very broad forms so far. I haven't started doing anything that indicates any sort of detail or anything. Just basic forms is what I'm doing, and literally what I want you guys to do too is just at first just broad forms. That's what we need. No detail, no abs, no muscle lines, as you can tell. It's basically all that you can see when you're just watching a figure, just a contour. That's it. No need for anything else for now. I want to make sure that the stomach is right. Yep, I think it's about right. I wonder if this forearms is correct. Let's see, let's go into solo mode. Okay. Because we don't have enough detail yet, on enough geometry. We can't really do the buttocks or the butt correctly. Can try to start to form it. That's okay. Bring in the spine in a little bit, just not all puffed out. This part of the knee goes in. I need to bring these babies up. They're a little too low. Again, it keeps sliding back down. We need them higher. Somewhere up there. There you go. And the calves need to be higher too. All this up, all this geometry up, so that you don't have anything stretched out. And in the quads, it's a teardrop shape. It's like this. It's like this. In that shape. And solo. This part is not too round, and neither is this one over here. See what's going on with the hands. And you know, there's a good chance that we're gonna have to adjust a lot of these things, the size of the hands. And that's what's going to take a lot of time later on. That I was telling you, this takes time to get it correct. It's later on when we start correcting all the forms and everything, where it's going to take its sweet time. Bring these guys up, way up. Is that moving from the front? Nope. Let's do this back face so I don't pull anything from the back. I literally just want to do this. Sometimes the back face stops the brush from moving things in where you want it to move. So it's not perfect, but it works really well when it works. Let's see. Yeah. The pads of the fingers need to be thicker and way up here. Not like the back of the hand, which slanted in that direction. Seems to me like this finger needs to be readjusted. There you go. And the Q key to return to your draw setting. I found that that's the best way of working on fingers, is just literally one off, one on. And by that I mean mask. Sorry, right part. Okay, knuckle from this side. Push it up a little bit. This one needs to be pulled a little forward. And get this. There you go. And this one. And fingers are not tapered like this one. They shouldn't be tapered. They are pretty much the same thickness from the base all the way to the tip. So gotta fix that. And let's give this bad boy a knuckle. So there's this one right here. See how this is looking. Well, this finger needs to be a little thicker. this one's a little bit, no, it's about right. Maybe a little too far to the front. Too far forward. The index and the ring finger and the index finger should be close to the same length. With the ring finger being just a tad longer, not by much. I'm going to bring this up so I can form the knuckle for it. And this one right up here. Nah, that's not going to work that way. Just going to have to do some. Let's switch this so we can keep working on the little one, on the little finger. Too close. There you go. That's pretty good. Let me see if with a flatten we can do this. A flatten brush. Let's take these out because I don't want to see them. Just a little bit of it. And not by much. You see, that was a little too much. Let's put a regular standard. I'm using the standard brush a little bit. Now that's going to do a little bit of inflating, so I need to be really careful with that because I don't want to inflate the fingers. Then they get too thick. See? Can't have that. That's too much strength. I'm going to use move topological to move this up here. Now the middle finger. Sometimes it's just better to isolate them. Let's get W. I think this finger needs to be moved. Unfortunately. There you go. That's much better. and he's a little bit too long. So I am going to elongate these guys a little bit. W. And this guy a little bit. Oops. And I'm going to bring W here and move it. Let's see. Yeah, that's much better. That looks much better. I'm going to isolate it though, because I want to work on it. I'm just tired of going around it. Grow a little bit of this. Okay. Knuckle. This goes down, down, down. We'll let it go up. Same thing over here for the nail. The middle finger has a higher knuckle than a lot of the other ones in relationship to its other bones right over here. This is a good way to create creases, the way that I'm doing this. Like that. You can tell there's a crease there now. There is brushes that help you with that, but I don't want to change brushes. I can do it quicker and faster like this, and with more control. Knuckles a little bit thicker on the side. Knuckles a little bit thicker on the side. There you go. And we are going to hit W and R. Ooh. Okay. Come on, don't be like that. Okay, so I like the hands, how they're turning out. Maybe we need to work on the thumb a little bit. So let's go back. Yeah, it's a little too doughy at this point. Don't like that. Grow. Bring this guy down. Create the step that it usually has. This big strong knuckle. It's got this bulbous thing to the sides. Yep. And a strong knuckle, like I said, and the nail tends to be flipped up. Like that. And there's, do this for this. Sometimes this is better this way. Let me soften it up a little bit. Let's see it from far away. How's that looking? Not liking it. Needs to be a little rounder. A little bit there. Let's see. Okay. Too big. Pop this knuckle up here. Just a little bit. And this is too far forward is what I'm realizing now. Just gotta do this and bring the standard brush right up here. It's soft. Better like this. I want to make this a little fatter. Okay. Sometimes that happens. Oops. A little bit in from here. And this side. Still not happy with it. And I think it's because of this geometry right there is just throwing me off. Let's bring the damn standard a little bit and see what happens. That's too strong. And damn standard. Okay, let's see. Yep, that looks good. Much better. I'll create a fold right there because I have enough geometry to be able to pull that off. I'm going to pull this a little bit more right over here to start creating the hypothenar muscle. Knuckle pads right over here. Side's looking good. Grow. Let's see. Let's see it from this view. Let me see that other one. I want to make sure that it's done. I need to cave this in a little bit. Gosh. Now if you do a double click, sometimes that happens. So it pops the window and you're basically selecting. Alright. That is the bone for the actual radius, the end. And I want to make this and this a little bit thicker. There's not enough geometry to pull that off right now, and that's what I mean. That's just when you start thinking about, okay, I need to add more geometry to it, so you just up it up one level. I always like to work from large to small first. It's the way to do it. It really is. Actually start doing this, working on the neck. Start pulling off those clavicles, which are going to go right over here. You guys can tell I'm already starting to use the sculpting brushes. This is right now. This is the standard brush. And I'm caving in right here to start to make some lines. So that's where the deltoid goes. This is. I'm going to select this one. And we're going to start doing some separation between the deltoid, the bicep and the tricep. This is the brachialis. Make an indentation right there. The fossa. Separating those two. Yep, I like that. That's looking good so far. Do this. And just keep in mind that every time I do stroke of any kind, I don't know if you've noticed, but I use the smooth right afterwards, just to try to keep the mesh from inflating too much. Like I said, ZBrush brushes tend to inflate things, so you got to keep you got to keep tabs on that. Let's see, where else can we add anything here? There you go. Move this one right up here. I don't like how this is looking. The soleus needs to be bigger. This needs to be reduced. Not reduced, but definitely push this direction. calcaneus bone. Get in that direction. Let's see, that's maybe a little too much. Okay. And I'm going to move this out. And the actual knuckle a little bit. Guys are thin towards the base. Really funny looking. And this guy, big toe, tends to have less flesh right over here. Bring this in. Send. And in that direction. Oh. I want to start doing it with the standard now. I want to push in to make room for the nail. I don't like that. It needs to be lower right here, not at an angle. Okay. Sometimes that doesn't work. We're trying to get rid of the actual mask. Seems to me like the feet were a little too flat. Need a little bit more height, toes and everything. So let's see if I was right. Yeah, that looks a lot better. The butt looks, goes in. That's a good way of knowing this, and this by isolating it. Looking from this, kind of like in an X-ray mode. Go up. Although this guy is a dude, so he can't have a girl's butt. Can't be too much. Okay, that works. I want to start bringing the sternocleidomastoid mastoid. It goes from the back of the ear all the way to the front of the clavicle. The trapezius. There's too much cranium right over here. Yeah, and the nose. Okay, I think this is looking good so far. I'll put it in the middle right there to divide the pectoral muscles. A tip right there where their sternum ends. I want to make a little bit here for the knees, the kneecaps, patellas, also known as. Okay, so we are done with this one, and we're about to go in one step up. I am going to save, quick save. I'm going to make one extra, divide it, one extra division, and we will continue.